long time no chat, I wanted to talk about contraception and pregnancy because I feel like it's a pretty hot topic within my age group, which are the late 20s, and as we are nearing our 30s, and as you know, once you hit your 30s, your fertility rate declines. And I've been seeing a lot of people around me or just like YouTube videos of how people are freezing their eggs, and I'm just like, damn, should I be doing that? And I've been seeing a lot of like women in their 30s who are having trouble getting pregnant, and I'm like a little bit concerned, and it's been on my mind because I currently have an IUD, and if you don't know what IUD is, it stands for intrauterine device. It's basically a small Y-shaped plastic of sort. They insert it into your uterus, and how it works is that it thickens the mucus in your cervix and it prevents the sperm from getting to your eggs. And in terms of like why I decided to get the IUD is because I was paranoid to the core that I was gonna get pregnant once I became sexually active. And being in Canada as an international student status, like getting pregnant, fuck, that would kill my mom and I would want to die. So I wanted something that is bulletproof, and while I was researching it, IUD was one of them, and so I decided to go with the IUD option. And there's two types of IUDs. There's one is copper IUD, and there's a hormonal IUD, which is the Mirena, and that's the one I got because with the hormonal IUD, they say it like thins the lining of your uterus and it can decrease your period flow, or it could just like get rid of your period entirely. And I was like, that sounds like a good deal to me. I mean, not everyone experiences that, only a few. And I was just like, I had faith in myself that I was like, you know what? I think I could be the lucky ones that's not gonna get periods. So I haven't had period for 5 years, so it's been great. I've been saving up on a lot of my like pain meds and, you know, pads and tampons. So it's been a good ride so far. So that's one of the main reasons why I decided to go with the hormonal one. But if you don't want the IUD to impact your hormones, you can go with the copper one, which has no side effects at all. It does not mess with your hormones. So that's one of the options, but I wanted to not have periods. So, and the IUD is supposed to last you up till 8 years. And I've only had it for 5 years so far, but I'm thinking of getting it out because again, not that like I want to get pregnant right now, but I don't want to risk anything. They do claim that the IUD isn't supposed to negatively impact your fertility, but I feel like, in my gut feeling, I feel like it could because it messes with your hormones, and like not having period for 5 years, that's abnormal as shit. So I feel like it's better for me to take it out now than later. So that's why I'm deciding to remove it. But I'm still kind of divided on the idea because not that I'm gonna get pregnant right away once I remove it, but I just like to have that security that there's no chance for me to get pregnant, and I'm not ready to have a child at this state of myself. There's a lot of media coverage on like how millennials and Gen Zs are anti-children, anti-pregnancy in some ways because we're so focused on ourselves, and you know, we don't have the financial abilities to take care of a child, and we don't want to sacrifice our ambitions and careers and stuff like that. But I feel like that's just like a very surface level, and most of us that I've seen around me are more concerned about the fact that like child care, you know, raising a child is no child's play. Like, it's a legit shit, you know? Because I think we're so aware of that because of the mental illnesses that we carry. We can create like childhood trauma, and raising a child is no joke, man. It's legit work, and I have a lot of issues of myself that I need to take better control of, like my emotions and stuff like that. So I'm in no way in shape or form of being able to take care of another human being, you know? I mean, financial issues too, like I'm broke as fuck, but like I feel like most of us are not ready for it, and it's just very daunting for us to even think about raising another human when we ourselves are a mess. And second point for me is that it's very cynical of me, but I do believe that the world is going to end. It's just like how some people believe that there are aliens. I also believe that there could be aliens, but I also believe the world could end. Like, climate change is a legit issue that's happening, and probably not in my lifetime, but probably in my grandchild's lifetime. I feel the world is gonna go up in flames, and a lot of things in this world are messed up, you know? And the adults, the so-called adults who are in leadership positions, teachers, parents, you know, CEOs, managers, and and whatever, they're a little fucked in the head, you know? Like, just look at our government, for example. Like, I don't want to get too political, but you see these people ruling certain countries and you're just like, what the fuck just happened? I don't know. Our world is such a mess. I don't want to bring a child into this, you know? I myself is a mess. The world is a mess. Do I really want to bring a child into this mix? I think it's just asking for chaos. Anyways, I went off a tangent there. But once I do get off my IUD, I think I'm gonna go on birth control pills, because once I get it removed, I think the paranoia of getting pregnant is gonna come back. And so yeah, I think I'm gonna go on birth control pills, which kind of sucks because I did want to see myself as me, you know, with no hormones altering anything. A lot of the people that go off of hormonal contraceptive, they say like their mood has gotten better, they feel different, it feels like the sheet has been lifted off their heads and whatnot. So I kind of want to experience that. And one of the things I do know for a fact that has changed me ever since getting the IUD is my anger issues. And I know this for a fact because I've been working on my anger issues and my impatience since like second year of uni, and I had a really good handle of it. And once I got the IUD, my anger was just through the roof. I just could not handle it. And I know this because I was living with 5 other flatmates in my 3rd year, and there was this one roommate that I just kind of ticked me, but I had a good control of it because I'm like, you know what, everyone's different. I don't need to care so much, you know, even if they're inconsiderate or whatever, like, you know, let them be. But then the moment I got the IUD, I wanted to murder this guy, okay? And so I felt that difference after getting the IUD. So I'm kind of wondering if, like, once I remove my IUD, if my anger will subside, but I'm also a little worried that what if it doesn't and it was just me all along and I have a demon inside me? That would suck. Yeah, all this to say that I wish I was a guy. Dude, can you imagine like not having to like worry about getting pregnant and think like having these like taking these contraceptives and preventative measures to ensure you don't have to go through like unwanted pregnancy? Man, that would be ideal. I mean, there's like Korean men bitching about how we need to start enrolling Korean women into military services for equality purposes, and I'm like, bruh, I'll take that 1.5 years, is it now, of military service if I didn't have to worry about this like getting pregnant part of things. Like, easy, I'll do it. I'll even do 3 years, man, if I didn't have to worry about that and just like live my life without my hormones being altered. I would take that in a heartbeat. If you were wondering about the pain level of like getting the IUD, I would say it's like pretty minimal. Like, I didn't have any issues with it, although the doctor did comment that I handled it pretty well, but I was like, I think you did a good job of inserting it, so I don't know. But yeah, anytime someone would ask me or talk about contraceptives, I would always advocate for the IUD, because I think it's so easy. You don't have to think about it, you don't have to take a pill. It saves you money on like period pads if you are one of the lucky ones that don't get period at all. So yeah, I'm a huge advocate for it. I would probably, if I have a daughter, I would probably put that kid on IUD. Probably not the hormonal one, probably the copper one, but yeah, I think I highly recommend it. If you don't want to get pregnant, look into IUD. But yeah, I'll keep you posted if anything of myself changes. I'm on my way to the clinic now. Removal appointment was super fast. I think I stayed there for maybe like 20 minutes. The removal, dude. I don't remember the insertion of the part painful, but the removal, oh my god. I did not like that one bit, because they have to like open up your vagina and then like they have to look for the string, and she was like, oh, I can't find your string. I was like, oh my god, where's my fucking string? And then she eventually found it, but because she took a while to like look for it, it was just so painful to have it open. And it's TMI a little bit, but yeah, I'm experiencing a little bit of cramping, so I'm taking Tylenol. she showed me my IUD as well. She's like, do you want to see it? I was like, yeah, I want to see it. I actually wanted to tell her, ask her if I could keep it. But I felt like that might be a little too gross, so I was like, oh, let me just see it. She just tossed it in the trash after. But yeah, I got my birth control pills prescribed to me as well, because I was looking on like self-prescription site, which is Felix Health, and I just didn't know what to get because there were like endless options. I was like, oh my god, I thought they were just like one type of birth control pills, but there's like so many. The doctor was like, do you want me to prescribe you a birth control pill? I was like, can you do that? And she's like, yeah, of course. I was like, all right, hell yeah, let's do it. So she like asked me a bunch of questions, took my blood pressure, and then she prescribed me something. I don't know. I'm waiting to get a call back from Shoppers to pick up my prescriptions. Probably end the day today. That's right. I got my prescription birth control pills. They prescribed the Nextstellis 28. Looks like this. Apparently this is not covered by the BC Gov, so I had to pay $73. I heard this has minimal effect to your like mood swings and your like acne and stuff like that. So I think this is a pretty good recommendation. I don't know, I never tried it before, so who knows. Let's do a little bit of an unboxing, shall we? Oh, huh? There's only one? What the fuck? There's only one? In this huge box. There's only one. I thought there'd be at least like 3 in here, but there's only one, and I got 3 packs. Wow, that's expensive. That's a lot of money. That's a lot for birth control pills. God damn. This is what it looks like. So apparently these are sugar pills. I don't even know what that is, but apparently if I want to skip my period, then I shouldn't take these one and just move on to the next box. So yeah, okay, cool stuff. Wow, they give you a little sleeve for you to put in your birth control pills. This is all so new. I think I need to do a little bit more research, and there's like a big fat ass booklet inside. I think that's what took up the most of the space. Wow, was there a big pamphlet? So big. Look at that. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of writing. Look at this. Like, it's like the size of a flag. Cool. Should probably read that. But I'm having a little bit of migraine and nauseousness. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna throw up in some ways. I feel a little sick. I don't know if it's because of the caffeine crash. So, yeah. I don't know if it's the IUD removal that's causing this. I feel like it's really hard for me to tell if my mood gets better or not because of the assumption that surrounds the IUD removal. People always say like, oh, it made me feel so much better and stuff. So because I've heard these things, I have this certain expectation. So I feel like it could be a placebo effect where I'm just like, you know, I just change my mood on my own rather than like it being the actual IUD removal. You know what I mean? I don't know. So yeah, but right now I'm feeling very nauseous. I regret it. I feel like I shouldn't have taken it out because it's been exactly 1 month since the removal, and I didn't have any bleeding right after the removal, so I was like, oh, maybe it'll take a while for me to start bleeding. Around the 1 month mark, it started to bleed, and I've been bleeding like a faucet. TMI, but that's the truth. Now I'm just like paranoid and uncomfortable with lower belly, like lower stomach pain and like bleeding and wearing the pad and etc. etc. It's just not a fun experience overall, and I wish I could go back in time and should have just like kept it in me. There's this thing called Mirena crash, so I was feeling very nauseous. I wasn't too sure if it was because of the IUD, and it says it is true. You will feel nauseous and dizzy, which was exactly what I was feeling. Do I feel any different? No, not really. So turns out I am the problem. I will say that it has been easier for me to take control of my emotions a bit better. I would catch myself before going too far. Even back when I had the IUD in, I would try to do my best to take control of my anger. Every time my anger would like overtake my sanity, and I would just like go into this Hulk mode. In terms of like people saying like it feels like a sheet has been lifted or fog has been lifted, I do understand that. I totally get what they're saying, because now it's been much more easier for me to wake up every morning, because back when I did have the IUD, I didn't think it was because of the IUD. I thought it was just me drinking too much coffee, because I would drink coffee every day. Next day when I'm trying to wake up, it's very hard for me to wake up and my head is very heavy and it's just not fun, okay? I hated it. I hate waking up every morning. But then now after I removed it, it is much more easier. I feel lighter and I feel like I don't really necessarily have to rely on caffeine as much. I'm also not taking any birth control pills because I just wanted my body to adjust to its original state before I start taking them. But yeah, pretty disappointed that it did not fix my anger issues. If I could go back in time, I would not remove it because I don't like having period. And I don't like the idea of getting pregnant at this state. I think that's all I have to share for this. I think it's gonna be a pretty lengthy video just because I talked so much, but hope it was somewhat insightful. And if you're wondering of getting IUD or wondering if you should remove it, do your own research and do whatever your heart tells you to do. Don't like trust anyone online telling you, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Nah, just do what you want to do. Yeah, I'm also in Korea right now. My period started the moment I landed Korea. So, no, actually that's a lie. It started on the airplane, so that sucked. Hope this was helpful. I'll see you. Let me show you my dog. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.